It was a slow news week, but Sony proved once again that it can still make news in the wrong way.
Seems to be the trend lately. Sony's like, oh, we had a successful last generation. This generation's looking good. Let's start making all the bad decisions. All of them.
We got a lead. Let's end that. Let's just pivot and become villains.
Exactly. We got a lead. Microsoft's looking pretty strong. Time for us to just start
sandbag it.
Fuck it all up.
Just give it up now. Don't even try to compete. Let's just move on. Next gen.
Move on. To the Gamers 2 podcast. Your weekly roundup of news and commentary related to the video game industry and anything else that might pique your interest. Peak.
Yeah.
Maybe start saying the intro like the stipulations on the ad reads. Or like the drug facts at the end or whatever.
Oh.
Try to do it as fast as possible. I would not be good at that.
It'd be a mix of do it as fast as possible, but also find something that would logically make sense to wedge in. Like results may vary. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Please see your doctor if you've experienced more than normal headaches for listening to Matt.
Please see your doctor if you have an erection that lasts more than 6 hours.
Yeah. Call me if it's under 4. Oh, you coming back, Max? Nope. All right, see you later.
Cat watch.
Cat watch update? Walked away. All right, never mind. Good update.
Typical cat maneuver.
As expected. As the cat cards dictate.
What a life.
To be a cat?
To be alive, unfortunately.
There's a lot of contradiction in that same sentence. Should we just go to new releases then?
Yeah. Say, if I had a life and I could play video games, what could I play this week?
You could play games like End Zone, a world apart, distant places DLC. You could also play another DLC called Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. Or, and Matt, this is right up your alley. Third game of the week, Tennis Manager 2022.
Yeah, I got your management for you of tennis. Don't play on the Switch because it doesn't register half the time.
But once Matt's your manager, he'll fix all that. He'll train you. You'll become one with the Switch. Number 4, Curious Expedition 2, Shores of Tashi DLC. Deadcraft for the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Hey, Endzone made it to PlayStation 5 and Xbox. All right, already talked about that. Number 7, Eternal Threads for the PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Number 8, Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song for the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch.
Congratulations, you made a release.
True.
Now everyone's going to forget about you.
You were in the list of things we didn't believe were actually real. Number 9, Apiku for the PC. Number 10, Cotton Fantasy for the PlayStation and Switch. Number 11, Dolmen for the PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And number 12, The Endless Summer Search for Surf for the PC and the Xbox.
Such thrilling new releases.
I, for one, was enthralled. There's no need to be disrespectful, Matthew.
It's just been a spectacular year for new releases.
Glorious. They haven't delayed most of them until next year or anything.
Yeah.
Sniper release next week.
True.
Number 1, Sony. I'm just gonna go for number 1.
All right, go for it. You do you. I'm here for the ride.
Those are horses. And they're gone.
All right. Horse, of course.
Number 1, Sony Corporation is doubling down on its commitment to go green by accelerating its environmental deadlines. In a new statement spotted by Eurogamer, Sony now plans to achieve a, quote, zero environmental footprint, unquote, by 2040, 10 years before their original commitment of 2050. In doing so, they announced that, hey, you can buy new plastic outside cases from us.
Maybe they're recycled plastic.
I doubt it.
Maybe they're biodegradable plastic.
They should have been terrariums. Turn the PlayStation on its side and you can build like a terrarium.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Or like I don't know. What could you use the heat for? Some sort of heat exchanger or something like that, and do some weird shit.
Listen, man, I don't know what case modders have done to the PlayStations. I assume some
Nothing,
crazy
because
shit.
they probably still can't get them. Speaking of Sony, Sony is reportedly planning to donate over $100,000 to reproductive rights charity, and yet, yet, and yet, not only will it not announce this publicly, it is apparently preventing any of its internal studios from making a statement regarding abortion rights. Bungie came in with the big fuck you and made a statement anyway in support of abortion rights. So yeah, it's fun. You know, more fun topics to deal with this week. To get the people riled up, hating on each other.
I mean, just a lot of people just spitting back and forth at each other. It's like, all right, well, I guess that's what we're gonna do this week. Is just, sir, I don't agree with you.
I do not acknowledge you as a human being.
Jim Ryan, relax over there. All right. Yeah, I don't have anything else really on that because I haven't seen the official letter either.
It's just the thing. Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if we.
I'm not saying that what is coming out is wrong.
Yeah,
I just want to see the actual letter.
Yeah, like what do you mean, the letter from Sony or
yeah. The internal letter from Sony that this apparently leaked out of.
Yeah,
but nobody leaked the entire letter. Like, here's just the email.
Yeah, I think the majority of it comes from what's his face's statement as well. That was just kind of like, we're not going to talk about this, and then he talked about like his dog and his cat or something like that. Like he was like, it was just kind of like I don't know, cringy. And then Bungie being Bungie and being like, fuck you. I'm like, okay.
We're not owned by anybody anymore, and we're going to keep delaying our own games.
Come on, settle down, Bungie. Go back to work.
Bungie. Yeah. Number 3, the parent of a Hearthstone player has proposed a class action lawsuit against Blizzard with complaints about the game's randomized card packs. The complaint argues that Hearthstone's card pack system, which operates on the loot box model, deceives players, especially young people. They argue that the game did not disclose the odds regarding what they might receive, claiming that they, quote, almost never received any valuable cards, unquote, and that the miner was unaware they could not get a refund.
Interesting. Don't know where that one's going to go.
Now, the funny thing is I believe the last sentence, because I don't think most miners consider refunds during their purchasing of addictive things.
No. I mean, there's several mistakes.
Come on, man. This cocaine's no good. Can I get a refund? No.
Yeah.
Why was your credit card attached to the account?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. Why do they have access to your forms of payment?
I'm not saying that the...
I think we can agree.
Like, the issue itself is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, they should have, as I've said with all loot boxes forever, you need to have the odds out there. Like, it needs to be visible and all those things. Like, they should be presented at all given times. And, whatever. But you kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that was, maybe a parenting mistake, you could say. I think we can all agree that most miners don't have a solid concept of money. So, and some adults don't either.
That's true. I have met those adults. The other part that I was kind of hoping was in this story, but it's not, is the amount of money that got spent. How much did the kids spend before it became an issue? Like, did they see a charge for $500 randomly onto their credit card or something and be like, what Timmy buy?
Or was it like, $5,000?
Or was it $5? How stingy is the parent? $5, you beat your kid?
My assumption is
I'm just saying there's a level.
It's a couple $100. It's a parent who really has also doesn't have a good concept of money, as in like they probably could eat it very easily, and they're
while managing some other things better type of thing.
No, not even that. Just like I'm assuming the people who started a class action lawsuit is like, they make, I don't know, they're like middle class, like solid middle class, like they make over 150,000 a year or something.
Is that middle?
Yeah. Middle class is way bigger than you think it is.
I'm not saying it's not bigger than I think it is. I think that if that's the middle of middle class, I am poor and in lower class.
We are the lower middle class. Like
barely.
Yes.
Like barely middle.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like probably a pride thing at this point, maybe. Not that they wouldn't have a case, and not that some of the practices are wrong, but who knows? It's another one to stack on the list.
Yeah. Listen, if they go try them in Belgium, they'll have a better chance than trying them in the U.S.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I am picking up what you're putting down. Number 4, Electronic Arts has reportedly laid off up to 100 employees at its Austin office. According to Kotaku, which has access to internal EA emails, affected departments include customer services and particularly employees supporting FIFA 22's live operations. In an internal email, VP of Customer Experience Joel Knutson, I'm assuming the K is silent.
What, you think it would be Knutson?
I don't know. Joel Knutson said that he would also be proposing redundancy at staff in similar jobs at EA Galway, which focuses on customer support for Europe. An anonymous source told Kotaku, also said, talking to Kotaku, oh my god, I'm like just all over the place tonight. An anonymous source talking to Kotaku also said that these redundancies come after repeated complaints from both EA Austin and Galway, whatever, offices about annual salary increases being too low, giving the example of a 10-cent hourly raise.
Now, I got a couple questions. Are they requesting repeated complaints? Okay, so they were requesting raises and were given a 10-cent hourly raise.
Yeah, I kind of interpret it as they got yearly raises and it was 10 cents, and they're like, what the fuck is this? But either or.
Fair question.
Either or.
I'd have that question.
Yeah.
Like, no? Hello, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, please, can I have some more? Like,
didn't EA just had like a huge year too?
Well, yeah. I mean, it made more money than its raises in just microtransactions in FIFA alone, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to corporate America.
I think in the last quarter it made like, was it the last quarter or the last year? It made like $5 billion in microtransactions.
Last year. Yeah. Nah, listen, man, you only get 10 cents. Fuck you.
10 cents.
Best I can do is tree fitty.
Tree fitty. And that's like...
For your department.
Yeah.
Split it up amongst the 35 of you.
Fight to the death if you have to.
We have 2 new openings. For rapid expansion. Snap the pool cue in between them and let them fight.
Oh, man.
I haven't had a Joker reference in a while.
It's been a long time. Did you watch The Batman yet?
No, I keep forgetting. But now that I've kind of stopped rating in WoW, I probably have time.
Yeah, I'll have time now.
Number 5, the City University of what? City University of New York has funded and launched a bachelor's degree program in digital game design, the city's first public games adjacent qualification. It aims to provide college students in the city with a public and affordable option to pursue a career in the games industry. New York City Mayor Eric Adams said that the program aims to reach over 1,000 students in the next 3 years, or 0.000006% of the people in New York City. It also hopes to diversify the gaming field and boost the city's presence as a hub for game development.
Let's find out how close you are.
How many zeros did I say?
I think you said
5.
I think you said 3.
3 zeros. Oh,
0.0006. 0.0006.
So 1/10,000th
Yeah.
or 6/10,000th.
So all right. Well, I guess let me start by looking up the population of. Oh yeah, I gotta look those up too. Population
Of New York City is probably like
of
23 million.
NYC. The current metro area population of New York City in 2022 is 18.8 million.
Okay.
So, where's my calculator? 18. I don't want to point there.
What percent is 1,000?
Times 0.0006. You said how many zeros did you say?
You said 3, so it would have been.
I think it was
I
0,
feel-
0, 0.
I feel like it was more than 3 though. I
Okay.
feel like it was probably 4 zeros and then a 6.
All right, we'll say 4 zeros. So 18.6 million times.
0.00006.
So 4 zeros?
Yeah, 4 zeros and then a 6.
If you said 5 zeros, you'd probably be spot on because 4 zeros is 11,000.
Somebody track that back. If I said 6 zeros, if I said 5 zeros, we need our research department to
5 zeros would be 1,100.
Please tell me I said 5 zeros. Oh, I need to know.
Well, we'll go back after we record this.
I need to know. What's the time? Okay. All right. I'm going to make a mental note of that.
Cool to see, but I guess it's another one. I didn't know SUNY IT
it's
had a game design.
Yeah, they got one
program.
a couple years ago. It's good to see, even if it is a tiny amount of people. Where I feel like it should probably be 10,000 would be more acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
still.
Who knows how big? I don't know how big this college is or university or whatever they're calling themselves these days.
Right. Yeah. Well, it says the City University, so you figure that out.
All right, I guess I'll look Google that.
I'm more confused by the name than I was by my potentially amazing math.
All right, number 6. Ubisoft announced it will bring its Ubisoft Plus service to PlayStation, quote, in the future. The service includes more than 100 games from the publisher, including its latest titles and add-on content. It is already available on PC, Stadia, and Luna. And an Xbox launch was announced in January, but like the PlayStation arrival, it remains undated. In addition to the future arrival of the full Ubisoft Plus offering, Ubisoft also said it will incorporate a smaller version of the service into Sony's PlayStation Plus subscriptions. Fucking pluses, man. Ubisoft Plus Classics is a selection of the publisher's titles that will initially be bundled with PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium subscription tiers.
Ubisoft's whoring itself out.
It is. It's probably
with
the only way.
With nothing new.
No,
with all
yeah.
this, with its same old raggedy body that it's been trying to whore itself out with for the last 3 years.
Hey kids, you want some Skittles?
Basically. It hasn't picked up the new windowless fun van or anything. It's just,
I don't even know. So they're putting their games on.
They're putting their existing games on everything. They're not releasing a new game.
You know what bothers me about this?
Ooh.
Is outside of the obvious.
Okay.
It really drives home the point that all of their games are going to be free to play coming out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or at least they'll all be roughly like open world or battle passy or whatever.
Yeah. They're going to have alternative forms of
Income.
income. Yeah.
Alternative income is what they
Yes.
call that. NFTs, alternative income. I want to physically vomit.
So yeah, Ubisoft, not long for this world, I think, unless they get some up and coming
Let's go, THQ Nordic.
game director or something who's like really gung ho and wants to prove a point and comes out with some masterpiece game.
Could you imagine the young hot shot of the video game world?
The next generation Kojima.
Yeah, either that, Todd Howard.
Yeah.
They had a baby, and here he is.
Oh,
So
what would that be? I don't know if that'd be good.
Hideo Howard, be weird, double H's.
Yeah.
So that guy exists, and he's the second coming of Christ for video games.
Yeah.
And he just walks into Ubisoft, basically says, "What's up, fuckers?" Fires everybody, and just says, "Get everything out in the next 5 minutes because we're starting new and we're merging all of this shit together. I'm done waiting." Here comes Division, in Ghost Recon, in whatever. It's like, nope, no longer multiple franchises. We're doing one.
One franchise to rule them all.
They're all the same. And then we're going to have a DLC where we bring in Riders Republic and all the guys from the Division agents just riding down the mountain on a bike because he's like, whatever, wee! Like, nobody cares anymore. We're not having different games. We're having the true Ubisoft metaverse. One game, one everything.
I mean,
Lock it up, shut it down, we're going home.
Ubisoft's probably the closest to the metaverse. They're like a fucking light switch away from just turning all their games into one, putting all their games on one server.
Put everything onto one thing, and then you can actually have the argument where NFTs for you aren't a rug scam, which they currently are.
Yeah.
Because then it would actually all be in the one game, which is the purpose of. Never mind. Not getting into how NFTs work and don't work.
How they should work and how they don't work.
Yeah. Number 7. A patent application by Microsoft has surfaced that hints the platform holder is seeking a way for Xbox owners to access digital games if they can prove they own a physical copy. In short, the idea seems to be that if a user places a game disc in one device, examples including an external disc drive or an older Xbox console, this would validate the user's access to its content and enable it to be played on a second device, for example, a digital only Xbox Series X. Call me intrigued. Call me icy. Scam City.
Scam City. Yeah, I mean, obviously, normal statements hold true. It's a patent application. It doesn't necessarily mean that anything's coming based on it.
What would end up probably happening is that they would probably write something to the disc, seeing how they wrote the disc to begin with. They'd probably just write an appendage to it that says, like, this is locked to this ID, and then rewrite, like, you choose your hardware to put it on, and then they just pair them. And then if you took a friend's disc and did that, and then handed it back, your friend would be screwed and couldn't play it.
Yeah,
Which
that
would
be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I understand what they're going for, but without those types of protections, you could easily just get around it.
Yeah, for sure. Unless they only implemented it for like something weird, for like games they didn't give a shit about, like really old classics that they don't really.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. All right, number 8. Square Enix detailed the business strategy behind the sale of Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal. Among its objectives, Square Enix said that the sale of the studios will help it, quote, optimize its resource allocation, end quote, so it can develop titles that better appeal to, quote, customer needs while simultaneously bolstering its profitability, end quote, which could be seen as a hint to Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers missing sales targets in the past couple of years. The Japanese company aims to transform its portfolio by accelerating investment in focus fields, such as blockchain, AI, and cloud-based services. It also mentioned the objective of, quote, better aligning overseas publishing functions with the organization in Tokyo, end quote, adding that it wants to, quote, maximize worldwide revenue from future titles launched by group studios in Japan and abroad by revisiting its existing governance structure and reporting lines and advancing integrated group management, end quote. That was the whole slew of corporate mumbo-jumbo. Square Enix said that to reach these objectives, it intends to strengthen its IP ecosystem, most notably by establishing new studios and doing mergers and acquisitions, but by creating new IP as well. So, before Square Enix is two paths. One leads down the dark side, one leads down the light. If they take the light side path, they trim the fat, they reset, they start doing their Japanese-focused IP, and everyone's happy, and there's, wine flowing and champagne bursting through the airs and naked people having orgies all over the place. I don't know. Whatever you people are into.
Is this Rome again?
Exactly. There's this crazy anime on Netflix. It's this Roman bath designer who gets teleported through time, and all he does is check out new bathrooms and is blown away by them.
That's an anime.
That's an anime.
All
right. The dark side is this whole, going down the bad side of the whole blockchain, AI, cloud-based services stuff that we know can be temptation from all these weird companies.
One could say it could corrupt, absolutely.
Yeah. Power corrupts. Absolute power
corrupts. Absolutely.
The words to live by.
Or neglect.
And, make a ton of money. And
depends how you want to live your life.
Do all sorts of terrible things, and there you go.
Pile of money and answer to nobody. It is interesting what their plan is. I guess give it 3 years and see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like we're in that stage for a lot of companies right now. We're we'll revisit this in 3 years and see where they stand.
Yeah, there is a lot of 3-year window. Ooh, what's going on over there? Oh, that looks like a train wreck kind of waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch.
Oh, looking at you, Ubisoft.
They're on a 5-year crash course from 2 years ago.
Yeah, they're mid,
they're mid train wreck.
They're mid tumble down the mountain.
Yeah. They're going around a corner on a train track, but half the train's tilted.
Yeah.
They're just on one set of wheels.
Yeah, they're track drifting right now.
Deja vu.
But there's a tunnel coming, so real dicey.
Yeah, you either gotta
get on or get off.
Shit, or get off the pot. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
Number 9, a VGC report is claiming that Konami is working on several entries in the survival horror series, and previous leaks also support this. Okay. On May 12th, Twitter user Aesthetic Gamer 1 shared 4 images that were allegedly from a new entry in the Silent Hill series. Shortly after he tweeted the images, they were removed for copyright reasons, adding fuel to the speculation that they were indeed what he claimed them to be. This same leaker also said there's multiple Silent Hill games in development. The VGC report corroborated this statement. The VGC report says that several of its sources, as well as notable video game insiders, have claimed that Bloober Team, the studio behind the horror game The Medium, are working on a Silent Hill 2 remake. This is seemingly backed up by the studio's own CEO, saying his team is working on, quote, another gaming project, another horror IP, with a very famous publisher. In an interview with GI.biz. In addition to a brand new Silent Hill game and a Silent Hill 2 remake, there is possibly one more Silent Hill game in development, an episodic story-driven narrative game. The VGC report was light on details about this facet of the Silent Hill news, floating studios like Annapurna Interactive and Supermassive Games as potential partners.
Silent
Hill.
Yeah. I don't do the horror game thing.
Did you ever watch the movies?
I watched one of them. 2 of them? One of them?
I think I only watched one of them.
I watched the one where the chick gets her skin ripped off and thrown at a church door.
Yeah, Pyramid Head.
Yeah, Pyramid Head.
Yeah. Is that the one where she's also floating towards the end with the barbed wire all going around?
Maybe. Sounds right.
Yeah. That's the one that's the 2 scenes I remember.
Yeah.
Wonder why. Traumatic.
My girlfriend at the time had fallen asleep on me, and like I'm pretty sure she woke up during the scene of like her getting the skin thrown off and thrown at the ripped
you just
off.
be like, hey, what's up?
Mm.
About it.
This is happening. This is a thing. And then we got pulled over, and the cops dragged her out of the car because they thought she was on fucking ecstasy because her pupils were huge. She was just crazy. That was just the thing.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
And then we were in Spencer's Civic, and they made her dump her purse on his trunk, and she dumped her purse on his trunk, and he goes, "Hey, watch the paint."
It's a very Spencer thing.
Yeah, and we got pulled over because we were racing a Volvo station wagon. It was one of those turbo 7. It fucking smoked us, dude. It was so fast.
Those things are not to be trifled with.
Yeah,
they are one of the definitions of slow car fast.
Oh yeah, so there you go. There's a little snippet in the life of Matt Surway.
Man, what a time! What a
Yeah.
time! What a time to be alive. Had I known you then.
What a time! Yep. What a night.
Turns out I knew you right as you're settling down.
Oh yeah, yeah. Samantha
I-
has the same feeling. She's like, "You used to be so do all these fun things and be." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know, dead inside, burnt out."
Yeah,
Don't
it was
tell ya.
literally like right as the whole joke of, obviously you guys have heard it, of him and I meeting, but like that was the first time that we ever hung out outside of work, and then it just every other time after that was just pretty tame for the most part.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
never any other excitement or craziness or anything. The craziest was like not even us. It was Dewey being passed out in my house, or us just playing games or whatever. But there was no shenanigans. It was just typical. The most shenanigans after that was Boston.
Yep.
And the only reason that was even shenanigans is because we were drunk at 2 a.m. outside of a 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Which
You tried to army throw a grenade moon pie against a building.
building looked at me funny. Right?
I'm not even talking about the bar of the dancing or anything, because that drew enough attention. But it was the grenade moon pie throw that really sent me for the loop. I don't want it anymore. Good
terrible.
times.
Yeah, Silent Hill.
A lot of it.
Any strong feelings?
Not really, because I don't do the horror game thing.
I don't either. I mean, like Dead Space is going to be the only thing that I.
And I'm not even going to play that, but I'm going to. Silent Hill falls into the same category. Like, I enjoy watching people play them.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have any interest. Like, I myself wouldn't get entertained playing it. Like, not even from like a too spooky angle. I would just be like, whatever. I'm just kind of whatever.
I feel like
do anything for me.
I feel like that genre is going to be hot in the next couple of years. Like that's going to be one of those genres.
Horror?
Yeah,
Maybe.
seems to be on the uptick recently.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The upswing. The old upswing. Going to be the new hot thing. Everyone's going to be like, horror, yeah. That's how I get my jollies off. Watching people get their skin ripped off.
I thought we were going to do a double back for like Pirates, because Skull and Bones will be coming out.
No, it's Ubisoft. They missed that boat completely.
Hey.
Got him. You ever seen
one.
any of the Hellraiser movies? Speaking
No.
of people getting the skin ripped off?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay. There's one where there's like
know-
this like sculpture.
I know I've quoted them.
Okay.
But I've never seen them. Because as typical with a lot of my references, I'm making references to a reference being made.
So Hellraisers, like especially the later ones, are definitely movies that we could sit down and watch and just fucking tear apart.
Okay, all right.
But there's one
Little Mystery Science Theater 3000 Hellraiser.
Yep. I mean, there's fucking a dude who is like he has like CDs that he like shoots out of his mouth.
Okay, I think that guy I've seen.
Okay.
Is Pinhead Hellraiser?
Yes.
Okay,
Pinhead,
that's
yep.
one of the references I know
Yep.
to make.
He pulls the pins out of his heads and
Yeah.
there's worms on him and he sticks them through his hands and he fucking does this to a priest, smacks his.
Yeah.
There's a sculpture in one of them, and that it's got like Pinhead in it or something like that, and it's made of all these like dead people that are like they're like you can see their faces coming out of it and stuff, and that sculpture eats people obviously, and
Obviously.
it's another scene of a chick getting her skin ripped off, with barbed wire.
That's obvious.
Yeah, with barbed wire. So there you go.
Probably an homage, or one way or the other, it's an homage.
Yeah, someone's homaging someone here,
Yeah, there's
or
always
people
an
are
homage.
just into getting their skin ripped off.
It's
I don't
horror.
know.
It's
Yeah.
always an homage.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch? It's not horror, but I don't know why it just made me think of this. Did you ever watch Constantine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's on. They just put it on HBO Max.
Something about it just made me think of like I don't know if it was the whole hell thing or whatever.
Maybe. I actually enjoyed Constantine. I thought it was decent.
It was
Shia
all right.
LaBeouf in it. Forget that Shia LaBeouf was in it. So did you.
Where the hell is he in?
He's the kid that's like helps Constantine, like is Constantine.
Oh yeah, he's the one that he is trying to help him with the first one when they go to the house with the lady in it.
Yeah. And then there's like a deleted scene, or I don't know if it is a deleted scene, or he's like an angel at the end or something like that.
Yeah. He's in it. Yeah. Because he like gets killed by Satan. I don't remember.
Something happens. I don't fucking know.
The movie's insane.
Movie is insane. They should do a sequel.
Yeah.
It'd just be like
It'd be John Wick, but
that's. I was just gonna say
it's
like,
Angels and Demons meets John Wick.
Yeah, I don't think Keanu Reeves knows how to play anything other than John Wick now.
Okay.
Which is, it's whatever.
It's fine. It just means that you can't make Matrix 4. Oh wait, fuck.
Yeah.
They did make that.
Which he was basically John Wick in that too.
Yeah, but
once he got going.
But he was yeah, exactly. He didn't get going until there's 2 fight scenes in the movie.
That's true. That's a good point.
And he's not really doing anything in either of them.
Yeah. Yeah, tangent. What are we on to? Oh, snap. Kodor.
Crackle.
Pop. I could go for some Rice Krispies.
Because they banged your wife. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
There's a Bo Burnham reference to the Center for Fictional Characters? No. Rehabilitation of Fictional Characters? Tony the Tiger's there. Easter Bunny's there. Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Keebler Elf.
I think I kind of have like weird inklings of this.
Santa, Tony, can you guys please stop?
No, maybe not. I don't know.
Something. Oh, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Ha ha ha. Get it? Because they banged your wife. It's chalk that up for things I need to play for you after. We gotta check the 0 count. I gotta play you the rehabilitation of fictional characters.
Number 10, Saber Interactive is working on the Star Wars KOTOR remake with Aspyr. A board member said, what that should say, I guess it does say later. An Embracer Group board member said the following during Embracer's latest financial call. Quote, Aspyr has gone full in to make this the best game they can make. When we acquired Aspyr, we knew we knew from the start that they would require our assistance. We're fully confident that the game is going to be fantastic, but it's a massive product, and massive products require a lot of effort and a lot of time to make good. Knights of the Old Republic remake will be a timed console exclusive on the PlayStation 5. I don't know if we knew that prior.
That was going to be a timed exclusive on... No, I don't think we did. I feel like we knew... Well,
I think we kind of thought that might be the case because it was on a PlayStation Showcase. But
yes, but we didn't know for sure what the...
Yeah. So we do know for sure now that it's going to be a timed exclusive, multiple studios working on it, and it's not going to be done anytime soon. I don't think.
No, I don't think so either.
So
I think it's going to be a hot minute.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit. Which is crazy to me because I kind of thought that this was the one that they were going to try to get done quick and leave time. Like, I thought it was going to be Fallen Order end of this year, or whatever they're calling it, Jedi Survivor or whatever. End of this year, beginning of next year, which doesn't seem to be the case. And then KOTOR soon after that, and then we'd get the rest of them. But it seems to be that they're all going to be a long time. Like a long, long time. Maybe this one 2024, but
potentially in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Naboo was under an attack. He goes full boss ass. Misa, no, think you should do that. Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Dude, fucking... I was watching like interviews and stuff like that Ewan McGregor was doing, and Hayden Christensen from the Kenobi show.
For the show.
And Ewan McGregor said that out of all the Star Wars characters, Jar Jar would be the one he'd want to see again and like work with again. I mean, his heart was in a good place because he said he enjoyed working with the actor who played him.
Yeah, Ahmed Best.
Yeah, and he was like, I really liked working with him. I'd like to work with him.
I feel
again.
like if we ever got to see true like behind the scenes, just full behind the scenes videos, it's just them fucking around.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Ahmed Best not breaking character and just being Jar Jar on set the entire time, to which certain people hated, and Ewan's like, fuck, I fucking love this.
Yeah, this is great.
And he's just out. He's at like the refreshment table, like Misa needs some more water. And they're like, "Shut
the fuck up, Jar Jar."
No one's calling him Ahmed anymore. It's just Jar Jar.
And Ewan's like, Hisa needs water.
yeah, he's just playing it up the entire time.
Jesus, love it.
Number 11, some COD Modern Warfare 2 footage has leaked online. This snippet appears to be from a multiplayer match, and it shows someone reloading and then inspecting a weapon. Oh. This is supposedly a new feature in the upcoming Call of Duty game. It's true, except you can kind of inspect weapons in the last two games.
Yeah, what's the point? That was
So you can actually, like, if you put skins or whatever on it, you can actually like see it. Where prior games or whatever, in the evolution of less customizations, you'd be like, cool, I have that skin, but you wouldn't like really be able to kind of check it out type of thing.
Yeah, who's doing that in the middle of a game though?
Oh, listen, man, you want to do some Twitch highlight reels, you kill somebody, then you look at your gun. It's all about the clips.
I'm out of touch.
It's all about the TikToks and the zip zaps.
Out of touch, out of time.
That is a reference that I don't know.
That's a song.
Was it Boys to Men?
Out of Time, or Out of Touch. Out of Touch by Hall & Oates.
That'd be why. I don't know much Hall & Oates.
There you go.
I probably only know one song, and I couldn't even tell you what song it is.
That's cool.
Probably just whatever their most popular one is.
Maybe. I actually like them. I don't know why. They
you
get
also
jamming.
you also like Coheed and Cambria?
No.
Oh, all right. I was just going for other two name bands. of someone and someone. Simon and Garfunkel was the next answer.
I'll take some Simon and Garfunkel. How you feeling about Modern Warfare 2? Care? Don't care?
I'm intrigued. COD. It's again, yes, you're right. It is more COD. But basically, what I expressed in the group chat, if they don't fix the bugs that existed before, which they never fixed, if they don't fix them again, I'm not playing it.
So that's coming out this year, correct?
That's the idea.
Did anything come out last year?
Vanguard.
Whatever happened to the biannual? What happened to that? I thought that was going to be a thing.
Fuck it.
Okay.
They pulled the Assassin's Creed move.
They did. They took.
Hey, we're going to take 2 years off. Psych.
Psych. You're going to buy it anyways.
Because the idea beforehand was to get a Modern Warfare Warzone season. And now it's like, now we're just going to give Modern Warfare 2. And everybody's like, I mean, I guess so, because Vanguard didn't sell well, but.
Jesus. Oh, man.
Like, all right, we're going to take 2 years off. What do you mean it didn't sell
I feel
well?
like they were like, oh, man, our sales aren't as good. We should take 2 years off. And then, like, Battlefield comes out, the new Battlefield, and it's, like, fucking terrible. And they're like, well, we're not as bad as Battlefield. Yeah, we can do another one.
I feel like it was a mix though. I feel like what probably actually happened was Vanguard came out, didn't sell well. They watched Battlefield come out, didn't sell well. But they're like, we don't need to make another one. Like they're both doing terrible. Like who cares? Let's take time and refocus. And then it continued to just lose money. Like it never even hit a stable thing. It just always went down, and they're like, break glass, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
This will get us over the hump. Just do it again.
Oh my god, our profits aren't going to be up 20%. We got to come out with a new game. Bunch of hoes.
Yep.
All right. Now for the short stuff.
Short round.
Dr. Jones. Saudi Arabia is
watched that movie the other night.
Yeah?
Or like a couple weeks ago. I was waiting for Raid, and I was just laying on this sofa trying not to fall asleep. So I threw on Temple of Doom on
Nice. I see it pop up on streaming services, and I'm like, I should really watch that. That'd be good.
I just have the file,
Yeah.
as the kids say.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I have not seen this movie in all the way through in a long time.
Yeah.
I forgot how bad some of the shots are.
Temple of Doom. Are they bad, some of them?
Yeah, well, it's the typical just like old fight scenes where you get to some spots and you're like, oh my god, this is bad. It looks like the throne room in episode 8. Why is he stopped and waiting? Oh, all right. Well.
That's right. He's an extra who's about to die.
And just some like the weird CGI, so they're lowering the people into the pit, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like that part is obviously full CGI, but like you can tell it's clearly not a real person they're lowering in front of it.
Speaking of bad CGI, did you see the She-Hulk trailer?
No.
Oh boy.
Did you hear the rumors about that?
No.
Apparently, in test groups, they kept saying make her smaller, like make her thinner and skinnier. I'm like, it's She-Hulk.
Yeah, it's She-Hulk.
Let her go nuts.
She looks like fake, like plastic. The CGI is terrible.
Oof.
All right. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund has taken a 5% stake in Nintendo. Oh my God, the skull. The sky's falling down. Epic Games said it will be releasing the Unreal Editor for Fortnite later in 2022.
I'm intrigued.
The next gen version of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is planned for release in Q4 of 2022.
I don't care.
Embracer is reporting a loss of $431 million from last year. I'm no accountant, but I believe acquisitions ate a little bit into their bottom line.
Not worried about it. They're fine.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
With 140 games coming, they'll make it up.
Yeah.
You can't not. There's nothing but ups.
Yeah.
Nothing but profits and projected wins.
Yep.
Put me on their financial board. All I do is just draw charts that do this.
With the...
Yeah. I just put a couple up-down lines in to make it look like it's real.
Yep.
Everybody knows you can't have a financial chart that's just a flat line.
That's fake. Fake news.
I see that you're lying to me. Puts one squiggle in. You're speaking the truth.
This guy's a genius.
Absolute legend.
TikTok has been running tests in Vietnam for users to play games through its app.
Game 1. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Sony Santa Monica Studio has revealed the accessibility options that will be a part of the upcoming God of War Ragnarok. The game will ship with over 60 accessibility options.
Hell yeah. That is shit we take as victories and celebrate.
Yeah. I don't like what they're calling accessibility options though.
Here
because
we
like
go.
I hear accessibility options and I think, like colorblind modes and stuff like that. And things that allow people to play the game that wouldn't normally be able to play the game. They're including things like auto sprint. What was the other one I saw? Like things that like are gameplay changes that just make the game like easier. And I don't know if that's necessarily like
I know what you mean because there is a line I draw as well.
Yeah.
Auto sprint's not one.
Yeah, there's like a weird gray area there where you're
auto
like
sprint's not one where I'm like whatever because it's
that.
usually for me as somebody that doesn't use accessibility settings for the most part.
Yeah.
Auto sprint's something I objectively usually always want off because you can turn it on in the Division now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But like it usually ends up causing more issues.
Yeah.
But
Horizon had a good example. So like in their accessibility options was it auto highlighted all the climbing places.
Yes, and then I believe there was also auto mantling.
Yep, auto
for
mantling.
like if you were not climbing but like jumping over a fence or something.
Yeah.
Which again I had to turn off because I accidentally started jumping over fences and I didn't want that.
Yeah, because you just auto mount. Auto mount things and fall off.
And it was like, okay, they had a good example of it, and it's part of what I wish more had, and Horizon can kind of get away with it a little bit more than God of War can. But if you're gonna do a lot of these things, just drop in the story difficulty setting.
Yeah,
like make the fights trivial and just they're there for the story. They're there for the story. Don't even bother. Now there is the part of, well, why do you care how somebody plays a game? Now, I I agree with the sentiment, not the result. Because what ends up happening in this, I don't know, it's a pride thing, but it's not. Because for me, if I, without any changes at all, beat Elden Ring, first off, I'm insane.
Yes.
For multiple reasons. One, Nate sat down and played a Dark Souls game. Two, Nate beat a Dark Souls game. Is Nate depressed? Like, 3 things you need to ask yourself. But then, so without any changes, I beat it. And then somebody comes in and says, oh, hey, you beat Dark Souls? Oh, yeah, me too. I beat it in probably like 4 hours or whatever. I was playing, but they don't quantify, or they don't qualify that with, I was playing on the easiest difficulty and just slammed into the last boss and never even had any issues or anything. And I'm like, yeah, I probably spent 72 hours going through and like doing everything and like leveling up and whatever. But I'm like, some people need those accessibility things. Sure, I get that. But there's just a part of like, well, at what point are you... It's hard because it's not something that affects me directly, but at what point are you as the person? Because you're paying the same price I am.
Yeah.
You're paying $60 each of us, or $70, I guess, depending on, if it's a PS5 game now. But so you pay $70 and you get 4 hours out of it, and you complain that it wasn't good, but you had all the accessibility settings on. I paid $70, got 70 hours out of it, and loved every second of it. If you're paying $70 and you're only getting that, you're getting a shorter time out of it just because of how you play. Like, I don't know if that's worth it for you anymore.
Yeah, there's that weird factor in there to where it can skew your opinion of the game if you like abuse the accessibility options. Like if you like the one example I always fall back on is, I think it was Half-Life or Fallout 3. Where, like, I wanted to play the game, I didn't have a lot of free time, so I basically turned on God mode and just sprinted through the game.
Right.
And obviously, I got done with the game and was like, that wasn't really enjoyable.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of that effect.
You end up playing, like, Walking Simulator and just dominate, and it's like, well...
So, I don't know. A conversation.
Like, for me, I enjoy turning something like that on if something becomes an issue... or I get stuck or whatever, and it's like, all right, I need to get through this and go back onto the next thing. So I have done it multiple times in Assassin's Creed specifically.
Yeah.
I remember there was a fight in Origins. I think it was Origins, where he had to fight a guy that there were poisonous snakes around or whatever, and he had a poison blade, and just if he touched you on normal difficulty and you were at a slightly lower level or whatever, he absolutely destroyed you. Because I had no resistances or whatever, and I was just getting wrecked. So I just dropped it down the difficulty, beat him, then went back, turned it back up, and went about my day.
Yeah.
Turned it back up to normal, I should say. I wasn't playing on anything harder than normal, but was just getting absolutely ruined. And I was like, I am not going to go do 5 side quests right now to get past this to continue.
Yeah, it definitely bothers me because of the implications. Tailoring some of that stuff, putting it into the accessibility umbrella, even though like literally you could say it's an accessibility thing, you're kind of, I don't know, you're almost devaluing the idea of beating a game the way it was intending to be beaten. But it's a weird gray area, and we're lucky enough to like, be able to be like, not need those things, I guess. So
yeah, and even then, I've still turned some on.
Yeah. Developer Spiders has announced Greedfall 2: The Dying World, a sequel to its 2019 role-playing game Greedfall. They're saying it'll be out sometime in 2024. Don't know why the fuck you're telling us about it then. I'm going to start just getting angry when people announce games too soon.
I started 5 years ago.
Yeah.
With Skull and Bones.
Listen, you just hate Skull and Bones, which is...
Am I wrong? Because the year after that, I got to hate Beyond Good and Evil 2. Do you sense a theme?
When Skull and Bones was initially announced, I was like, this is going to be good.
And I hated it from the jump, but for different...
Yeah, we hated it. We had normal Ubisoft reactions to games.
Especially
my normal reaction to an Ubisoft game, which has now changed, obviously. Your normal reaction to an Ubisoft game, just because of the selling aspect,
which has changed, but it was specifically
Yeah.
because I
now,
didn't want to.
Now our opinions have both morphed into, what the fuck are you doing, Ubisoft? This game is development hell. There's no way it's going to turn out good.
Yeah. Yeah. My specific thing with it was, they're like, yeah, you don't get off the boat. Like, you're just on the boat the entire time. And I was like, I'd rather die.
You're like, that sounds fucking terrible to me.
That's objectively like the worst thing you could have chose to do. And then they're like, you're right. We hear you. See you in 7 years. Maybe.
I'm like tortured by the fact that
then,
I saw the leaked footage and it looked like Anthem. Like, even the footage that they were showing, because you remember when you first saw Anthem and you saw the person walking through like the market?
Yeah, they were walking through the tower.
Yeah. And then, like...
Was it called the tower?
I don't think so.
The tower was Destiny.
Yeah. It was like that little, like, fort.
But it was... Yeah, it was the fort.
And then, like, in the game, that's, like, literally, there's only one little walkway, and that's it.
Yeah, they had
That's what it looked like.
They had the one other one for, like, there was the inn or the bar or whatever, that you only went down there if you had a quest. There was no other reason to go down there.
Which... It's literally the footage. You could see right away. It's like, oh, this is going to be just like Anthem. But instead of getting in a suit, you're going to get in a fucking ship.
Right. And the Anthem one was doubly worse because the demo was populated. The reality wasn't. And then when you got to the Javelin spot, it was entirely different as well. So it's like, oh, God, not again. It's like Captain Chris all over again. Raven's Cry. That's the name of that game. I didn't show you that the last time either. After I brought up Captain Chris and the Funhouse videos of it, I'm pretty sure the game was called Raven's Cry, and I will find the clips of it afterwards because Captain Chris.
Okay. CCP Games has launched a cloud-based browser client for EVE Online called EVE Anywhere.
I thought that was called Office 365,
which allows players to do whatever it is they do in EVE through Chrome, Edge, Firefox, and Safari. Ben Studio confirmed that the
place... you just do that by opening Excel?
Just like, play some EVE, do some calculations.
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull up the stock numbers here and then start doing some
I want to know.
I want to see the battle station. You see, every now and then the stock market battle stations pop up where there's about 7 screens and it's all these stocks. And everything. I just want all that to be happening, and then 1 to 2 screens clearly be Eve, and Eve's like his trading for Eve.
Yeah, I want to see like population numbers for Eve Online. Like, is it growing? Is it staying constant? Is it declining? Like, what's going on with Eve?
I want the story of Eve Online being the direct reason for the downfall of El Salvador.
Oh my God! All right.
Do you get the joke?
No.
El Salvador puts all of its government money into like Bitcoin.
Oh, okay.
And EVE Online has a famous thing of losing like $100,000 in a war.
Yeah.
Of real money.
Yep.
So now have El Salvador build an army inside of EVE Online and then lose all their money.
All right. There you go. Ben Studio confirmed that the PlayStation Classic Siphon Filter will come with full trophy support when it launches on the revamped PS Plus.
Speaking of Siphon Filter.
Yeah, Siphon Filter.
Right after you were talking about it the other day.
Yep. Now I have pie in the sky fucking tinfoil hat theory that they're going to come out with. Like, why would they waste their time doing trophy? Yeah. Trophies.
No, not even why would you waste your time doing that. Why would you waste your time telling anybody?
I know. It's weird. It's very weird. They're up to something. We got a rumor. Another great one. Red Dead Redemption Remaster for the previous gen consoles, as well as a current gen version of Red Dead Redemption 2, has been in the works for several months, which is an interesting idea. But so basically, according to the rumor, they're remastering Red Dead Redemption for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And then coming out with the next gen version, or the current gen version of Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PlayStation 5 and the Series X.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed that that's a rumor. And I'm annoyed doubly so that they're not just porting Red Dead Remastered into Red Dead 2 because we know it exists and half the character models are there. So just do that, and then you can put it in the same game. I'll pay you $30 for the DLC. Thank you very much. I'll play it on my PS5.
Yep. I agree.
I've said this from 3 years ago.
I thought that was the plan. Like, why would you go through all the hassle of, like,
Mangoes.
there's literally, like, they literally put the whole fucking map from the first game in there for, like, 20 minutes of gameplay at the end of the game.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Don't worry
about that. Mangoes.
This is not the map you're looking for. And finally, according to Norman Reedus, Kojima is currently making a second Death Stranding. Apparently, Norman Reedus was doing some filming.
Death Still Stranding?
I didn't play the first one. I don't even know the fifth now.
Got about 4 hours in and said no. No.
Same thing we did for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes. Trend? I can't play Kojima games.
Yeah. Same. I mean, does the ending... I'm curious if the ending like leaves it open at all.
I don't know. I don't even want to look it up, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to just be like, nope, no idea.
That's fair. I mean, I really don't care either.
Yeah, I had no idea when it was out. I have no idea now. Perfect. Chalk it all up to, whatever.
Not for me.
Anyway, it's been 7 days. What you been up to?
Nothing exciting, really. I have this massive bruise on the inside of my thigh that I don't know where it came from, so that's
Punch
fun.
yourself in the thigh?
I don't think so. There's like a scratch in the middle of it, too.
Punch yourself with a weight in the middle of your thigh?
I don't think so, but I don't know. I mean, it's...
Adrenaline fueled, you'll never know.
I could have been that.
I have scratches on... There's like a scratch there somewhere. No idea. It's like 3 inches long.
Yeah.
Absolutely no idea where it came from. But what can I say, you know? I don't feel pain. Just emotionally.
Yeah, I don't have anything exciting to report.
All right, then.
I finally got around to watching the final episode of Moon Knight. It was fine.
That is also in my, like, I need to binge Moon Knight and Mando. Or, sorry, Moon Knight and Boba Fett. Not Mando.
Moon Knight's interesting. I liked it. That's about it for me, unfortunately. So yeah. What are you up to? Big Bear yawn. Sleepy boy.
It's a sleepy boy. No, it's just been another week doing the show. Got the mower sent in to get fixed. Hopefully that comes back soon.
Have you heard back on what it was? Or just kind of...
I told them what I think it was, and I had them pick it up, but I haven't heard anything like back yet or whatever.
Yeah.
They picked it up the other day.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure, according to that manual there, the rod tie was the piece that popped off.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I told them, they're like, it might have like rusted or something.
Yeah.
Like where it should have been connected, it might have rusted apart. So we'll, take a look at it. And I was like, yeah, and it won't start anymore. It's like, yeah, battery's probably dead. And I was like, all right, cool. Sounds good. Because I've had to jump it for like the last 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, small batteries like that I don't think last that long anyway. So
No, but I mean, that one's notorious for randomly just getting drained. Like, even if they replace it and I have it, it might start for 2 more times and then it won't start again.
Need the old battery tender.
I don't know what that is.
It's a battery tender. You hook a battery up to it. It's like got the 2 clampy nipple clamps. You clamp it on the battery, you plug it in, and it trickle charges your battery so that it's always charged.
Oh,
it's like a health thing for the battery.
Okay,
just keeps it topped off.
If you had said trickle charge, I would have got you.
I know.
Tender, I didn't.
For some reason, it didn't click to say trickle charge. Like, I don't know. Tricky dick, nipple clamps.
Oh, I'm not a crook.
Tender.
The whole thing. Full circle. Yeah, so that's in. Hopefully get that back soon because, as you could tell, probably coming up. It's like already potentially needs another mow.
Yeah.
One of those times where you mow it the first time, it's like breaking the seal.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, ooh,
Look at
we
this.
can grow.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh, stretching out, reaching for the sun. Because I'm a
sun.
lawn, and I do that. I grow fast. Dandelions, I like those. And it's like, oh goddamn, I gotta mow it all again.
So many dandelions in
Oh,
my
for
yard.
sure. And I don't even want to mow it though, because gas is like $5 a gallon right now up here, and
Yeah. Yeah.
But hopefully I get it back soon, because I'll need to do the entire thing. I'll probably burn the shit out of myself again, because I need to do the whole lawn this time. I can't do half anymore.
You should you should do the old umbrella thing and just like hook an umbrella up to your lawnmower.
I should do that, but I should get one of the ones that is like a visor umbrella, where it's just over just my head.
See, the image I had was like a beach umbrella.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like
no, I know.
duct taped to the lawnmower, but then you were also driving around in like like a Roosevelt shirt and had like a cocktail with one of the tropical umbrellas in
with
it.
one of those. And then I had just a white spotch on my nose
Yeah,
with
yeah,
sunscreen,
yeah.
just vibing like I was weekend at Bernie's mowing my lawn.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever. Just chilling, just vibing.
Then we make
Yeah.
it like your Tinder profile picture and watch the messages flood in.
Yeah, of nobody's. So the there's that, and then I guess officially, I don't know if this was true last time or not. The WoW Guild has moved. I have gone back to my server. Some have gone to the new server with them. Some stayed. The group still exists. The Discord still exists. But I think decided to stop for a while.
Nate has gone on hiatus.
Left the building.
Who knows if he'll return?
I had a couple offers from some guilds to go mythic raid with them, and every time they came in, just part of me was like, I'm not into it right now. Like, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
It's just the whole thing.
Can't fight it.
Like, I'll do dungeons and stuff still. I'll still do Mythic Plus at a high end, push those or whatever, because those are, anywhere from 20 to 40 something minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can hop on, do one, do a couple, whatever, just in and out. You're only with 5 people, boom, done. The whole 20 set up for 3 hours, and it's just like, I do want to do that, but I just don't have the patience right now to deal with it. So I gotta give myself a break.
You wanna do the rating. You don't wanna do gotta figure out a whole nother guild.
Yeah. All right, cool. Now I'm the new person into this other 19 people. What the hell's going on over here? What's this? What's that? I had a couple offers from some guilds that...
Listen, destroying guilds is a lot of
thing.
energy.
It takes a lot out of me. It's hard work. You gotta set the right seeds. And
yeah.
No, I had a couple guilds reach out, and I went and quote interviewed with one.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated it the entire time I was interviewing with it, and I was just doing it almost to be polite towards the end, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. So I messaged him in the middle of the week. I told him I need a week to think about it, and I messaged him last night or the night before and said, honestly, I'm going to pull myself from consideration because I don't feel it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So, yeah.
Well, there's always next expansion.
There's next expansion. I might come back in a month, just fully give myself time away and be like, all right, let's go back in,
reset,
and try it again, see what I can find. But in the time being, I'm just kind of whatever. I'll let things go as they go and just kind of vibe. Might work on making I might go to make a Discord server and practice kind of making a true one versus just here's some channels and here's some whatever. No, let's put the right bots in. Let's hide these channels. Let's kind of build it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I might just use Dead Albatross as the as the template.
Yeah,
use that it's the Dead Albatross server, and then kind of just structure it how I think something like that should work. Because then if I did decide to make my own or whatever, or lead another one at some point, I just have a template that I know works.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing stuff with messing with my UI and weak ors last night, and kind of pinning down how I kind of want everything to like look. So if I just go from one character to everything's just there, and so there's a lot of like fine tuning and stuff that I'm doing to just like make things like look pretty and still be involved with the game, because I don't want to stop playing. I'm still having fun playing the game. It's just that the rating aspect of it, I'm kind of just like burned.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I'm not burned of like the rating. I'm burned of, yeah, I guess I'm burned of the rating. The people aspect of,
yeah, the relationship side of rating.
Yeah, it's too much sometimes. Where I know that there's a couple of the guys that are doing raids right now that if they needed somebody, they would just take me if I said I would go with them. But at the same time, I'm like, I just kind of don't want to right now.
Yeah, it's fair.
So that's where I'm at.
That's fair.
That is the plan. All right. Well, that's all I got. Anything else?
Nope. Got
Cool.
nothing.
It's been I almost said it's been 20 days. It's been 7 days, and in 7 days more, you will hear from us again. So until then, bye-bye.